We are returning to what we were before, a country of moderate Islam that is open to all religions and to the world. Saudi Arabia was not like this. Before 1979, Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Crown Prince. So what exactly happened in 1979 which changed course of Saudi Arabia in Muslim world? Saudi Arabia is the power center and an emblem of unity for Muslims all around the world due to Holy Kaaba, to whose direction Muslims pray 5 times a day, and also the shrine of last prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him. Saudi Arabia is also the largest producer of oil in the world and earns billions of dollars through exports of this black gold. In this book, author has elaborated the background and chain of events that led to the most disastrous event which took place in the holiest place of Islam, the Holy Kaaba. This incident marks darkest day in Muslim history. The date was 1st of Muharram of Islamic year, 1400, or according to Gregorian calendar, the 20th of November 1979. During this era, King Khalid is the ruling monarch and Fahd is the crown prince of Saudi Kingdom. It's the end of Hajj pilgrimage and start of new Islamic year. Mixing in the locals were as many as 100,000 visitors from all around the world who have come to offer the morning prayer in the Grand Mosque. However, unlike other days, today they will witness the turn of century, a once-in-a-lifetime event. Hidden in the human sea were hundreds of rebels. Some of them had been inside the mosque for days, reconnoitering its maze of corridors and passageways. Most of these conspirators were Saudi's Bedouins, fed up of un-Islamic ways of the ruling monarchs, their allies and the elite class. Just as the Imam concluded prayers with wishes for peace, gunshots rang out in the Grand Mosque. Scores of well-trained fighters dispersed throughout the compound, setting up machine gun nests and snipers atop minarets. These snipers and machine guns will become in coming days the most difficult and impossible task to overcome for Saudi forces, which were eventually taken out by using rocket launchers and armored vehicles, resulting in extensive destruction to the Grand Mosque. The rebels had also barred all exits with chains, making it impossible for worshippers to escape, who were now at the mercy of the rebels. For the next hour, the Grand Mosque's loudspeakers relayed the uprising's shocking message from the mouth of rebel leader, Juhayman, to the world's 1 billion Muslims, announcing that ancient prophecy had been fulfilled at last. The arrival of Mahdi, and hour of final reckoning was being struck for the so-called rulers and monarchs who have spoiled the people of Saudi Arabia by allowing full freedom to foreign non-Muslims, and have forgotten their own Islamic and cultural values. Thus began a drawn-out battle that would drench Mecca in blood, marking a watershed moment for the Islamic world. Within hours, this outrage would prompt global diplomatic crisis, death and destruction thousands of miles away as people enraged with anger protested against West, USA and Israel, who thought that they were the masterminds of this plot. In tackling Juhayman's brazen attack on the holiest shrine, the Saudi government showed sickening arrogance, cruel incompetence, destroying major portion of the Grand Mosque and resultant death of hundreds of worshippers and its own soldiers, and bewildering disregard for the truth. Finally, on December 4, 1979, after 1 month of the siege, Saudi forces, with the help from French forces' famous Commando Division, Groupe d'Intervention de la Gendarmerie Nationale, GIGN, defeated the insurgency, resulting in either capture or death of rebels, including capture of their leader, Juhayman. This worst nightmare in Islamic history pushed Saudi Arabia to consider strict Islamic laws within her state, as King Khalid bowed to religious clerics to save the monarchy from the effects of this uprising. Although these laws were cordially welcomed by Muslim world, but it affected Saudi Arabia's relations with the West. Now, after 30 years, current Saudi government is trying to revive its same pre-1979 status by lifting ban from many strict prohibitions. In conclusion, the siege of Mecca is the darkest chapter in modern Islamic history.